Alright, and I was doing this video, it stopped on me. So I think I gotta turn my radio off because I just bought this new Wagoneer. And what it does is everything syncs, like the map and everything syncs onto my screen here, okay, the main the computer console. So I think what it does is it makes my videos turn off. So I have to figure out how to work this thing because it's a little bit different from my Pacifica though. All right, you ought to test drive one of those gang stalkers. All right, y'all get paid enough, you know. Hey, that GS money. Hey, these things are chunky though. All right. So yeah, the landscape is gonna be different in here. But how we doing today? Today's Sunday, the 24th of July. So I'm gonna do this video. This incident happened in Hillsborough County, Tampa, Florida, with a rapper named Rollie Bands. Okay, I've never heard this dude, so I'm assuming he's probably like one of those YouTube rappers. It seems like that's how things are coming up now. People are coming up through YouTube or SoundCloud, or they'll start out through YouTube and that type of thing, and they'll get on through SoundCloud and build their way up. They'll build up their resume that way. Next thing you know, by the time you find out these guys, they got 100, 200, maybe even 1 million subscribers. So, because I guess you don't really need like sponsorship like they did 20, 30, 40 years ago with this social media. But anyway, this guy got on IG, running his mouth, daring his ops to come and pull up on him, gave him the address, and guess what? Whatever that he wished to happen, it happened, okay? And no, I'm not doing no research on basically what all was said or whatever, all right? I'm not going to do these videos to try to satisfy one person, okay? Because he's always running his mouth, i.e. Cartoon Man, about somebody doing their research, okay? This is a life story, okay? But one thing I do know is your mouth determines at times life and death, okay? Ask and you shall receive. So, his ops, which is basically probably another set, all right, pulled up to his place from the podcast I saw, and they shot this guy up dead, right? Reap what you sow, and another one bites the dust. Now, I want to give you a little story. Back in the day, and this is the right time to do it, when I was stationed in Georgia, this is probably back in 2001, 2002, they had this rapper named Camouflage. Back then, this was when like Cash Money and all them was starting to come to Savannah and Atlanta. It was coming to Atlanta, but Savannah as well. They were trying to tour around the Florida and bring out some guys from the South. I believe T.I. and Lil Jon was already out, but there was in their infancy stages. Let's see here. The Goody Mob had just came out when he's at that time. Pastor Troy. I don't know if y'all remember the Nappy Boys, which is now what T-Pain was in. And they was coming to Savannah performing at this place called Frozen Paradise. I remember those days. It was a lot of fun, okay? Now, Camouflage was from Savannah, Georgia, okay? A couple of other cats, though, too, all right? Out there in Georgia, they were really starting to come out like that. You know, really making their, you know, their way. This Camouflage dude. This guy was very popular in the Savannah area, in the South Carolina, and around Southeast Georgia. In fact, he was about to tour with these guys. I was telling you, they all used to come to Frozen and to perform. I remember Clips, which is from my hometown. They came down to perform. I remember seeing Clips. This dude had got on the radio, and this happened like right before I went to Iraq. This was early 2003. Again, these things happened at the time where you were about to get your blessing. But he came, got on the radio, talking smack, just like this guy did. This Rollie Bands dude about another set of people. we gonna get you or whatever. It's just something that affected. These guys roll up and you ain't nothing and this and that. Okay, so this is a group that he had a problem with. Okay, more than likely, well, let's say more than likely Rollie Bands, and then it's my understanding they had a prior argument and beef before. Okay, but back to the story. All right, because this kind of reminds me of the same incident. All right, got on the radio, this camouflage dude running his mouth. Now I deployed to Iraq in January 2003, right before it started. Okay, I was there for 9 months, but anyway, February, the rest of my unit of that year, the rest of my unit got there and told me that camouflage got sprayed up with his son in his hands, but his son survived. Okay, right in front of his mother's front yard. Okay, words, they say that words don't have power. Let me tell you something, words got power. Now, I just had a client in my, when I was doing Uber about a month ago that lived in Savannah, and actually said that he knows his son. That, you know, he's just a regular guy, didn't want to get into rap and all that other stuff. Okay, but you know, these things happen right at the time these rappers get their big break. And I just think that it's unnecessary. It's one thing if maybe he felt that he had to defend himself if he was under duress. But in that case, he looked for contact. So therefore, he was able to get it. All right? Because you got some people out there that don't care. Okay? I just think that if you have a craft and if you have a way out, and probably him being known like this and is being reported by the police, this guy could have probably found a way out. Okay? In this crabs in the barrel effect. But instead or whatever, this dude ended up getting deaded. Okay? Deaded, why? For talking shit. All right? I feel like these guys, if they're able to get that break, then they should be able to leave those areas anyway, because whatever respective city and go to maybe another area nearby where you don't know anybody, where you can focus on your craft. Because if you have a talent, and I think if you stay there too long, if your profile is too big for that respective place or whatever that you're from, they're going to devour you. And that's just the way I feel about it. All right? But my condolences go out to his family. Right? But the tongue measures life and death. Okay? Dying over something that really he shouldn't, really over something that's not worth dying over. So that's your cautionary tale, all right? And brought me back to an old story. Let me know what you think about the video, and thank you for your time.